Greetings, hope you're doing well. Today I'm doing a quick review of the newest album from Bibio titled Sleep on the Wing. Coming off of last year's release, Ribbons, which I thoroughly enjoyed, this album over here kind of continues the dreamy, peaceful, ambient, folky sound he's been putting out on full display for quite some time now. He really goes in on the nature and earthly decorums alongside these already pure and pristine instrumentals. On the track LIGHTSPOUT Hollow, the watery sample somehow makes this kind of bare track full of life, and there are countless other examples like birds chirping, wind grazing nearby greenery in the background, which produce this feeling of like drifting in the air over these vast acres of land. Some of my favorite tracks on the album are OAKMOSS and the Milky Way over Rattling House, and the closure on the album have these beautiful orchestral embellishments and backings that are so soothing. It's like I'm getting a massage while I'm listening to it. That serene feeling, however, when listening to these tracks aren't always well distributed across the entire album. There are a couple or so cuts on this 10-track album that feel unnecessary because they aren't able to distinguish themselves well amongst the more eventful tracks, and honestly don't add too much to the track list. Songs like A Couple Swim, Miss BLENNERHASSETT, and CROCUS sound like they're stuck in one gear and not doing enough to paint their pictures, if that makes sense. I can appreciate the musicianship on the album. Most of the tracks have these incredibly layered, dexterous performances with the acoustics. It's quite impressive. And overall, I think it's a good album. You definitely have to be in the mood to listen to this. On my first listen, a lot of the material was going in one ear and out the other, mostly because either I was doing something while I was listening to this record, or I just wasn't really fully paying attention, or I wasn't in the mood to listen to it, like I mentioned earlier. But once I sat down to fully grasp what was here, I left quite satisfied with what I heard. I am interested to hear what Bibio has in the future, though I personally just wanted to challenge himself for something outside of his wheelhouse, because he is talented, and given his extensively consistent discography, it would be interesting to hear a new direction, but we shall see. I give it a